Hello and welcome to the Back of the Van podcast. I'm your host, Charlie Walden, co-host Joe McGlade. And it's been a while since I've been doing that intro, so it feels very weird to do that. So basically, we'll give a rundown of what's been going on, really, this episode today. There's not been much topics on just really what's been going on and what's happening going forward. Just to give a brief where we've been. We had our college final major project in February, I think it started. We obviously smashed out a lot of podcasts in like 2 weeks, me and Joe, with loads of guests. So we spread them out across the February month. And then we did another podcast, a TV show on, I think, me and Joe. And then we'll put that out in late April. And that was the last one we've done. So since then, I made the decision, you know what, it was a lot of work being piled on us, a lot of work. Made the decision, you know what, let's just leave the podcast for a few months until FMP finishes and we'll get it back up running. So we finished FMP on Friday, so finally, Joe's very happy about that.
Very happy.
So now we're back to the podcasting, weekly episodes again. After today's episode, I'm going to be sourcing some guests. There'll be some more podcast interviewees on and more stories and stuff. So back to it now. Firstly, I literally just said to you a minute ago, Joe, we finished on Friday. So how does it feel to be finished?
After that. Amazing, to be fair. Like, it's just surreal that 2 years of college has gone. Well, kind of a year and a half, really, because obviously we finished in April with COVID. So I'd say like a year and a half, wouldn't even say 2 years, but it's surreal. That's all I can say. There were some tough moments, but we've all got through it. We all got the work done on the deadline. So like, I'm happy about that. Now it's just got to wait for which will be obviously a relief and stressful at the same time.
How do you think you did, mate?
I don't want to get my hopes up, so I'm just gonna go pass. I don't want to say a merit, because if it's not a merit, then I'm just gonna be more disappointed. But even if I get a pass, I'll still be disappointed. But it'll be more real to me that I got a pass.
You know what, mate? I think you got a merit. I know you'll be humble and say, I think you got a merit, mate. I think you got your way was to a good standard, mate. And you know what? We actually learned a few things when we was doing the FMP. InShot is a world-class app. World-class app.
I agree. It's the best editing one I've used compared to Adobe and iMovie. InShot is just so easy. It's a lifesaver.
Like when we're filming these podcasts, I'm always thinking when we used to record these podcasts back a few months back, I used to think, why can I get rid of this grey space? Some of these apps only 2 background colours. I find InShot, and it's all I've ever wanted out of an app. It's all I've ever wanted out of a goddamn app, man. It was so good, like anything you put on. So I'm actually editing them on these podcasts on there now. The only issue is the processing time is a bit of a ball ache.
It is.
But mate, it was stressful. Like, how close to the deadline was it for you getting the work done?
Sunday night for the 6 interviews. We had 6 weeks, and I think I bashed out 3 in a week and a half. I got 2 out in that time. Then obviously it took me a while to write that article up, and that took I don't know if I took 2 weeks off doing interviews, which is bad for me. Whole time management.
Went away on holiday, screwed it off.
Obviously, I went on holiday in that week off, and I was panicking at the end there because I were obviously that last week I was trying to get 2 interviews done, and I did get them done. Obviously, I was hoping to get 1 done that week, but I got them all done, and then I wrote up the story what I did a week before the deadline on the Sunday, and it actually turned out an all right story. So it was a close call. Before we broke up on that Friday, obviously I checked all my work. So yeah, it was just to get the interviews out on that time, the time period we had, it was definitely a close call, I would say.
The interviews were a fucking drag. Like, not the interviews themselves, it's just trying to source something. And I had my set interviews planned out. I think it was a lot worse for you than it was for me. I had one guy that didn't do it. Moose Christian, I'd like to do it with Moose Christian. Friend of mine does MMA fighting in Chesterfield, Sheffield. Couldn't set up with him, just couldn't get a date going, couldn't get a response, and it was just damn it! It was one of the guys I really wanted. I was like, fuck, man, he has such a good story. I really wanted him, so bad. That's why I put him on the list. But I missed out on him. But then again, I met someone new, like Jakey Stark, Ian Hirsch, great guys, with some great stories. What was your interviewee process like, sourcing interviewees?
So obviously, I did the NBA, and I talked to 3 fan accounts. But apart from not getting 1 done until the end. And obviously, I spoke to the Sheffield Sharks captain, and that one were a bit of
did
a
it twice,
to get
didn't
done.
you?
But I got it done. I actually got it done. He actually got back and we
Twice.
did it. And I found a story out what I never knew what the UK were doing, so that were a good one. So I think the interviews themselves were so fun. I had so much enjoyment talking to the people, especially the people who support the NBA in the UK. That's always fun.
Literally.
But like you said, getting them done, it was just. That's why I took that 2 week off. I think I'm sure it were about 2 week off. I was just so bored. I don't know if I was just what is that, man. That's all I could say.
Literally, the interviews, like you say, that were the funniest part. But like, you would like know like when you're doing them, like there's so much work coming after this interview.
Yeah.
So just to give people a bit of brief background, so when you do
the research,
so when you before an interview, you have to do plan and research, which is just like massive bullshit. But before that, you have to do a research section module. I wrote about at least 3,000 words for that research module overall. There's no way I wrote loads. I think you wrote around that as well.
I think for the entire research, I checked on Friday with 9,000.
Oh, for the research portfolio or the whole planning and research?
Yeah. For the planning and research for my interviewees, I'd say, I'd probably be near you, Chart, 2,000 something, I think, for the interviewees there.
Overall, I think this is not a joke when I say this. I think we were over 10,000 words for FMP because we just had so much to have. Planning and research before it is, and after you have to do a reflective log, which is 2 or 3 paragraphs long for that. Then you have to put your notes down for your evaluation, and it's just like, then you have to do screenshots for production, for editing process, and you got to annotate those screenshots of like what you were doing in that. And your social media posts, what you were doing in that. Like, it's just an absolute ball ache. Like, I remember thinking when I was doing these interviews with people and I was enjoying it. Like, I like interviewing people. I've always have. I'm thinking to myself, especially when I'm editing this InShot, when I'm editing my InShot, I'm like, man, I can't wait to get back to this podcast because I know when this stress of work is gone, we're gonna bang these fuckers out, man.
It was literally the time management, weren't it? I think editing the podcast and then getting them out. I think it was just the time management what didn't make it fun. Because obviously, I found it fun actually editing these videos, and I was like, I've got to get this out this week, or it's like or I've got to fail in my time management. So it was just the stress of getting them out, not even just that really. Like, and obviously, like you said, the research. This unit as a whole was hard, but I'd say it was enjoyable. I enjoyed it.
I didn't enjoy it. Didn't enjoy any of it, mate. I remember saying to you, like, me and Joe, I thought I was definitely going to fail FMP at the start. Me and Joe, we put all our eggs in the previous units. We put so much effort into them, working, and all the people floated through them units, really just got passes and stuff.
The lit reviews, the infamous lit reviews,
me and Joe banged them out to, like, I'd say distinction level. So we got to FMP, we put all that effort in, as well as doing the podcast, and we're like, I say to Joe, me and Joe had like an effort dump completely for like 2 weeks. Yeah, just like, I can't be asked to do shit. So like for 2 weeks, I didn't do anything. I did no research before. So I had to do it all on these 12 days. And I remember just thinking, God, I still can't be asked to do it. I used to sit on the bed over there, 4 pillows behind the neck, watching TV, typing about 6 words every like 10 minutes. And I was like, I watch a scene, and I come back, here we go again. Like, I'd be like, I take me some like half hour, an hour breaks for like writing 12 words, bro. It's like, I had no
effort.
used
to do that. I used to like say, come on, Joe. I think I'd say, because I think the most productive hours like 1 till 4. I'd get my laptop out next to me, and I'd be like, Joe, come on, you've got to do this work. I said, just after this episode, it's 2 o'clock then. I start doing it, and then I see something on my phone, and I'm like, oh, let me watch this on YouTube. And then it's like 3 o'clock, and I'm like, oh no.
When you're scrolling through, if you forget, you open your phone, notification, you just like this for the next 40 minutes on your phone, like just scroll it, and you're like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm on my phone scrolling. What am I doing?
I swear, no one texts you unless you're doing work, and then the entire thing starts popping off. That's how I see it.
Mate, tell you what, it was a game changer. My sofa downstairs. I used to sit downstairs and put my laptop on my sofa and do my work. That's how I started getting more work done. Or, I could never sit here where I'm doing a podcast and do it. I get distracted. On my bed as well. I just never got any work done as well because I just wanted to watch TV. It's a prime position. My TV's there, bed's there, and I'm just like, okay, let's watch TV. Like, honestly, mate, it was an absolute joy. Like, I'm glad it's over. Like, I remember saying when people do ask me about what you miss from school, I say nothing. What will I miss from college? I will miss certain bits of college. I will miss college, to be fair. We had a good vibe, didn't we, at college?
We did. It were fun. We went for a few trips to McDonald's, get told off the Weatherspoons, the Old Trafford trip. Like
Oliver Dixon sprinting back from Old Trafford.
Yeah. There were some good moments. Me, you, and Kim going to McDonald's in a 15 minutes break, and they did. There's some good moments, some good ones.
And that's the difference between college and school for me. Like, I will miss college. I will miss the vibe we all had. It's a shame, man. Like, everyone's moving on. Obviously, what you're doing university, isn't it?
Yeah.
What uni is it? Sheffield Hallam.
Hallam first, and then Leeds is my second. Yeah.
Oh, so explain that, what grade you need to get and like what course you're looking at and how many years and stuff.
So for the foundation year, which I find a bit odd, since every other were passed, for Hallam it's a merit, so it's 80 UCAS points, I think. So, but that's for a foundation. I thought it'd be a pass, since Leeds is and Liverpool's was a pass, but Hallam's is a merit, and then Leeds is a pass. So obviously I picked back up Leeds because that's guaranteed, and obviously I'm not going to fail FMP, so that was guaranteed.
Wait, so Leeds is guaranteed pass for 3 years?
Four. Merit. If I get a merit, that's 3 years at Leeds. So, what I remember, what our tutor said to me, I said, even if you get a merit and you've been offered a foundation, they'll move you on to the 3-year course.
Okay.
Obviously, I'd do that.
I'd do that instantly. That's what we want, definitely. Yeah. So that's like, what is it? A sports journalism course?
Journalism, yeah.
Okay, sports. Have you read into the course? You seen what you're doing and stuff?
I've read a bit when I was looking. That were a few months ago, but apart from that,
read a couple lines.
Yeah, I had a glance at him.
Well, I've accepted Northampton. Obviously, doing Northampton next year. Doing this thing called, and everyone always asks me what I'm doing this shit. I'll explain it now. So I'm going to play a video for him. So I'll just keep explaining. So it gets a bit annoying. So basically, in journalism, there's 2 accreditations. There's the NCTJ, which is the National Council Training Journalism, something like that rubbish. BCTJ, which is the broadcast side. They're 2 accreditations you can get in journalism. So I was going to do Bournemouth this year and get both of them, so it's double accreditation. However, there's at Sheffield College, they offer the NCTJ, which is one half of the accreditation, so I get it for free. So I'm like, okay, bang one out this year, do the other next year at Northampton. So that's my thinking. Like I say, it all depends on these grades. The thing is, the results say it's like August, and it's like, that's way too late. Like, what if you don't get it? If you don't get what you want, like, you have to go a month later, you're in university. Do you know what I mean? It should be way sooner.
Plus, it's stressful, I think, as well, because I'm thinking, I want to know this grade now so I can just obviously have my summer. But now I've always got like niggling back in my mind, like, Joe, don't forget August 10th is results day. So,
you know, it's weird as well. Like, now I keep thinking like, I've got to finish work. I've got some work to do when I get back.
I do that every day.
Like, I'm thinking that I've got some work to do, but then I realise no, I haven't. I've got whatever I want to do now, and it's like I'm sort of happy about it. I'm sort of like weirded out about it. I'm like, what the hell do I do now?
You see, with us being at college, I was just thinking this literally earlier, thinking I've got so much free time, but I don't even know what to do with that free time now. I've kind of missed doing some work because obviously it passed the day on. See, I go to the park for like 2 hours max, and then I'm home, or 3 hours, and then I'm home. Like, with all this free time, I'm like, what can I do? Like, I've got this sun outside, and it's just, what more do I want? I'm missing a bit of the work just to pass the time on.
Yeah, I'm thinking, what do I do? I'm thinking it's like I do in May, like, and I go there at night. So I'm thinking like, what the fuck am I gonna do in the day now?
Yeah.
I'm like, I have no idea. Like, watch TV, but the weather's great, nice. Like,
I can't stay in.
And my mates are still at college and school as well, so it's like, not school, sixth form. Sixth form and college, so I'm like, I ain't many friends, no private secondary school kids, don't worry. My sixth form and college mates, they're still there because they haven't finished yet. We finished this pretty early. And it's going to be the same thing next year for me, because the NCTJ finishes like June.
Isn't it March? Oh, is it June? I thought it was
June,
March.
May time. It could even be March. Actually, no, it could actually be March.
I thought Sam says it were. Well, it said it was that.
Sam Cooper.
Maybe. It might be. I might be wrong. I think you might. But I just remember him saying it finished. I thought he said like March, April, like like earlier. Then I might be wrong.
Sam Cooper, what a teacher, man. Let's just give Sam a bit of credit there.
What a teacher. Say his first year teaching at college, it was a memorable one. Such a good teacher. Helped me out a lot in that course. So yeah.
Hey,
Got to
honestly,
say.
mate, brilliant. And it's gonna be a shame he's not teaching next year the NCTJ. It really is a shame. But what can you do? Best of luck to Sam. Thanks for the
Yeah.
2. What you say? 1.5 years, wasn't it?
It kind of was, weren't it? Yeah, because
Yeah.
obviously we weren't in at April, so I'd say a year and a half. But yeah,
But yeah, it was good. And like, listen, I don't think I told you this, but the last day, the Friday we all went out. I realised I've got some items to add to my research bit, planning and research bit. One line I wanted to add in. I was like, oh shit, it was like 3 o'clock. I typed it up on my notes. I copied and pasted it on the WordPress app at 3 o'clock Friday. We was in all bar one, mate. I put it in, I pasted it on, updated it. With an hour to go.
Before we went out on that Friday, I did the website planning. I did that, but I looked and it didn't save. So I had to do that again. So obviously, a tutor said to me, Joe, your evaluation's brilliant, but just take out the questions so it's like I'm speaking or I'd be writing. So obviously I did that, and I did my first reflective log was half an hour, and I managed to cut it down to 15 minutes. I don't know how I did that, but I managed to cut it down to 15. So my evaluation and the reflective log were both 15 minutes. Like, I'd say I went in detail, but I cut a lot of I waffle a lot. So I'd say I cut a lot of the waffling out in the videos.
When you sent me your work, so much on what you was doing and stuff, like you did a lot of detail in yours. When I look at yours compared to mine, mine's like very little detail. It's got detail in it, but like compared to like yours and what other people are doing, like I just lost. I lost the edge of that, just writing loads of words. Like that's why I do think I won't get a distinction. I think I'll get a merit because I didn't go the extra mile within detail. I don't think, but we'll see. But I'm content with a merit. It gets me into my courses.
I mean, I think my action plan. I know one of our tutors that were perfect, but I didn't do the resource section a lot, so that's what I've been wondering. Like, does that matter an awful lot? And because then you just put in like zoom in and
not really.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
planning. Yeah, and I didn't do the merit action plan for the last week though. But all we did with the evaluation on Monday, and that was it. I didn't know what else to do.
It weighs on your mind, doesn't it? Like it's not sometimes it is the work, but it's also the stress of you got work to do. That's the worst part. And I was talking to my friend about Ben about this the other day. It's the stress of the exams. He's doing GCSEs and he's finishing that. It was the stress of the exams that gets you. Like that playing on your mind of like not of the guilt of not getting it done and the guilt of not having revision done. That's what it is. Like the work for me is okay, I'll do the work, but it's the guilt of thinking in my head, oh shit, there's so much to do tomorrow. I remember, I think I sent you a checklist. I had 1 week to do an action plan for 3 weeks. You have to do them 3 weeks ahead, don't you? Or something like that.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
Reflective logs, about 2 reflective logs, presentation website. I had to defer some offers for uni.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that list.
It's a massive fucking list. I was like,
I remember that.
I remember walking my dog thinking, I'm going to get a crack on this at some point because I'm in some deep shit here. I'm in some deep shit. And like when you're trying to balance out as well, you obviously you've got your social aspect, you've got the work aspect, and you're trying to fit things in between. Like I'd be able to go to the gym for ages. Like I've been going every 3 weeks. I just feel like shitty for it. It's like I'm friend in camp and like want to be there to help him out and stuff. But
yeah.
Also, you have a girlfriend you've got to pay attention to. Shout out Amelia. I said shout her out. You have a girlfriend you got to pay attention to as well. But you want to pay attention to. Then you've got those you're keeping social, your friends like.
Then you've got the sun. The sun came out when FMP was finishing. You know what I mean? So we had to go out. It literally like when FMP was nearing, the sun started popping out. So you know what I mean? We had to go out and see that, and it's just what you've got to do.
And your fitness side, your health side. Listen, when we first did that podcast, I think it was April, didn't we? We did as the last podcast we did.
Yeah.
I had just started my diet then, and I did it.
Oh,
6 weeks.
Yeah.
Did it for 6 weeks. Completed it. I started the diet at 80 kg. I'm now like 69, probably in the 71 side of it of food yesterday, so probably 71. Wow. But I dropped like 10, 11 kilos. But now, mate, like when I was in FMP, like it was hard to try and maintain that fucking diet because I was in my room for 3 hours, fucking working away, and then I had to go and get a fucking this side of fucking flatbread and eat that with a slice of chicken and no bags of crisps. Like, mate, it was fucking horrible.
I couldn't do that.
Get a Just Eat or in a fucking big fuck off, Big Mac and cheese. I
don't blame you.
Chips and fucking lot, mate. But you know what? Fuck nah. Just leave it. That's the difficult part as well. Try to keep the health side, like obviously the social side, relationships, friendships, going out, going to Norfolk Park. like just like going playing basketball, like you say, getting your TV time in.
Yeah.
You know, that was the hard part, mate. But now that I feel like I also got a job as well, so I mix in my job, college, social relationships, and then activities.
It was a lot.
It was a lot of shit, mate.
It was a lot. Like I remember sometimes, I know a lot of us were working till like 2 a.m. Like we did working the college time, and then we ended up doing work at like 8 o'clock all the way till 2 a.m. Like I didn't do it often. I know on the Sunday, I think I was doing work. I posted that story at 10:30, and that story did the best. Like that, even though it was at 10:30.
I gotta say that. You know, the Monday we had to get all those shit handed in. It was like presentation, website, reflective log.
Yeah.
All that. I'd done everything apart from presentation, website, reflective logs. And I was doing it, laying in my bed, watching TV. I could feel myself drifting off, and I thought, give me senders 2 seconds to rest my eyes. The next minute is 7 o'clock. Alarm bell's going off. The fucking laptop's right in front of me. Presentation, website, reflective log. They're not been done. And I had an hour to get dressed for college and get ready. So I started typing up, rushing around. And then I needed a shit. So I was like, oh my God. So I went downstairs on the toilet, as you do, copied and pasted the things on my phone on my notes. I'm on that toilet typing away, doing reflective log on Bog. Why did you get it done? It's like, sometimes you see these little funny stories, like it's a cracking workout, don't you? Like, it sounds like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. So I think that night I stayed up till about 3 a.m. Right?
That's right, yeah. And like I said, the Friday before it all got ended in, I had to do 3 pieces of work and just check I had everything, like, and cite 2 more websites.
Mate, that was another one as well. Bibliographies, mate.
And it had to be in alphabetical order. What a nightmare!
Like, everyone doesn't know what big bibliographies are. Like when you use some or watch some for like resource benefits for your project, you have to source that in a bibliography format. So you put it on a website called Cite This For Me, the name, the author, the date posted, the link, and then the page title. You have to do that for every single thing you look at, and like, there must have been about 30 fucking links I've got all bibliographised, and like it's absolute joke. And then after that, we was told last minute, oh, you got to change it to alphabetical order. So I was like, oh,
I can't believe that. I don't get why you have to do that.
That took me an hour. That took me an hour, mate.
It didn't take me that long because I was just using the arrow button, you know, on WordPress.
I was using that, but I had that many links, mate.
I know, well, yeah. I think it took me about 15, 20 minutes. It was just a nightmare. I had mine in like research. I had like Google Classroom, then I had like Zoom, and then I had like iMovie, and like I did it like that. I thought it'd have been better like that. I don't know why it has to be in alphabetical. Like it's stupid to me, that.
Silly, mate. Like the only plus side of this how well FMP was, my birthday just came before it ended, so I was able to go out. And mate, my birthday went well, mate. Went well. Steady one.
I bet, yeah.
18 now, finally. I'm no longer a kid. Joe's been 18. Joe's been 18 and older for like 50 years.
2 years.
He's like 27 now. How old are you, Joe?
21 now this year. 21. The big 21. Finally, the key to the door.
You wouldn't even tell, like, looking at you. You'd probably think I'm older.
Yeah, I remember everyone saying I thought I was like 16 in Europe and when we first met. Like, that's the face, isn't it? But you know, mate, I'm 21 this year.
What was it you said? Sometimes they reject your ID because they don't think you.
Yeah, I get rejected all the time. Once for a game, I've been rejected tons of times for my idea. This is like when I was 16 as well. 18, I was like, you can't call this game. I was like, have you got any idea? My brother were next to me buying the same game, and he's 4 years younger.
I forget you're like 20 years old. Like you've been 18 a couple of years ago. I wonder how young you look at when you was 18. Because I look at a picture of you like from like 2019, like when we first joined college. You're like a baby face, bro. I'm like, what
no, hasn't changed. I think I've got a picture on my passport, and I think that's 20. That might be 2017, and. Man, I thank God I got taller because I lost so much weight off my face. When I look back at that weight on my face, I was like, holy shit.
Like Peter Rabbit, bro. Like Peter Rabbit.
And that means that I was like, thank God I got taller because Jesus, I'd have stayed small.
But mate, it was a good day, and like I got some quality gifts that you'll probably see on display now. I'll just flex them out for anyone who wants to see them. Look at them bad boys. The girlfriend done well, mate. Look at them. LaRusso Auto Group, Cobra Car, and then I bought me some.
They are good gifts. You've got to pull out the rabbit out of the hat for her birthday, don't you?
Oh, mate, I don't know how I'm going to follow that. I got a Breaking Bad shirt, Cobra Kai with the templates. Then I got, she took us to this air house thing in Sheffield, which was amazing, by the way. But I got a load of fucking skin burns, so they've been recovering. They get a falling over and they get fucking ripping my face. It was a disaster, mate. But she did one. I don't know how I'm gonna live up to that. Like, I have to plan this months ahead. Like, trying to repay that. And also, the greatest show of all time, Joe.
The Girl,
Breaking
yeah,
Bad.
The Girl.
Like, mate,
Not watched the show since. That's been 2 years.
Spoiler alert, if anyone watching now, I know I've got a few mates I've got onto the show. We'll be talking about Breaking Bad a little bit, mate. What a show. Like, I remember Joe and Kean talking about it in college, and I was like, yeah, Prison Break's better. Shut up.
We were talking about you saying, we're arguing with you, Prison Break's better than Breaking Bad, and me and Kean were just disgusted with you. I remember that.
Breaking Bad blows it out the water. Easy.
Oh, it's smashing. It's not even in the same. It's not even the same category. If there was SST for TV, Breaking Bad's in a tier of its own. That's how good it is. Not even exaggeration. That's how good it is.
Like, it just got so good because it started like a crime comedy, which I like really thought was funny. Like Walt's breakdown.
I can't believe he finds it funny.
When he gets
I've never heard someone say that.
I always find Walt when he gets mad funny. That doesn't when he goes. What was he used to say? Are you insane? He's stuff like that. Or when Tuco gets shot by Hank and they start sprinting off him and Jesse in the desert, and to help Walt's face like.
I remember the camper van scene where Walt's in his pants. That scene cracked me up, to be fair, and he's just stood in the desert holding the gun. That one was funny, but I haven't found many parts that funny like you.
I laughed so much, mate.
I barely laughed. I did.
Like when he gets pepper sprayed.
Laughing.
When he gets pepper sprayed as well.
I can't remember that. I can't remember that.
He goes, his car was broke because of that plane that had crashed because of Jane's dad who crashed.
Oh yeah, the air conductor or whatever it was.
Car was destroyed and the copper pulled him over for it and he was setting him up for it.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And he gets
I remember now.
I'm parenting my over the 4th minute, pepper spray me, and he does it, and you see the next scenes of Walt going, pepper spray on his eyes. Oh mate,
one of the funny scenes, which obviously did make me laugh, with a pizza scene where he buys that massive pizza for Skylar and Walt Jr. and they don't accept it, and he just launches it on the roof. It's an iconic scene.
I'm saying, mate, it was more of a comedian to me than he was a fucking villain. Honestly, season 5 when I didn't laugh a lot, to be honest with you.
Let's not forget. Walt wasn't the villain, it was Heisenberg. Come on, they're different personalities.
No, I think these all one. I think, in my opinion, you got a good guy trying to be a good bad guy and a bad guy trying to be a good guy. And that is, the good guy trying to be the bad guy is Jesse Pinkman. The bad guy trying to be the good guy is Walter White. As soon as he gets that taste of that badness, both Walter and Heisenberg want to keep going back there.
Everyone used to say, oh, Jesse, like, everyone used to hate Jesse and say he's the bad guy. Jesse got manipulated.
Mate,
you cannot feel more sorry for a character than Jesse after you watch that show. Jeez.
Like before I watched the show, I thought he would be the bad guy and he'd be like leading Walt on and like he'd be the egging him on and stuff, but it was completely opposite. Yeah. Like, I couldn't believe the twist of events and how good the storyline was. The saddest part for me was definitely Hank's dying.
I thought he was badass. I didn't. He was a good character, but I wasn't like upset with him. I think I was more upset Walt. I thought Walt.
Fair, I would have seen it coming though, even if I didn't know, because I didn't know about that before I watched it. I would have probably seen it coming because you could just tell it was leading that way. As soon as he found out it was Heisenberg, there was no way he was going to live. There's no way the DEA agent's going to let him get away with it. Yeah, they were too proud, wasn't he? Like, even when he died, he was telling the guy to fuck off and stuff.
Yeah, he died how Hank would have died. You know what I mean? Like how he wanted to die.
It would have been more cool if Gus or someone killed him instead of some Nazis. Those Nazis weren't really special.
They were cool characters though. Todd was such a cool character. I loved
Todd was well written.
He was amazing.
But the Nazis,
Todd, I liked Todd.
I wasn't like too sure on like I just sort of...
What was his name? Uncle. It began with J.
Oh, not Jim. James. Jack.
No.
Jack.
Yeah, Jack. Uncle Jack. Yeah, I thought you were a good character. I thought he had like stuff going for him, but Todd was better.
He was all right, mate. What do you reckon to El Camino? That's the question. What do you reckon to that?
All right, it's fillers to me, really. I mean, I didn't really. I know our friend James told us this. It'd be good to see. It's not really filler because it's Jesse's like goodbye, but like I didn't think we really needed to see Jesse's goodbye because we kind of know what happened. He ran off, obviously. Like that's it. I didn't really need to know where he's gone. Like Alaska, obviously he goes.
You know what? I think that probably wasn't necessary because like we see is in walk off. We don't really see anything else.
I know, but I won't be like asking, "Oh, where's Jesse going?" or anything. It was he just went. I was like, "Oh, that's all right."
Yeah, it's just a story, innit? I mean, I like the scene between
Yeah,
him and
there
Walt
was.
from what's set in season 2.
Yeah, you
That
have
was
your
good.
whole life ahead of you.
That was one of the
Chills.
few times you see Walter not manipulating him.
Yeah, as a human, you would say.
Yeah, as a human. Who was your favourite character apart from Heisenberg? I knew your answer
That's
would
a
be
hard
that.
one. Yeah, Eisenberg. Obviously, obviously Jesse's definitely one of them. I love Gus obviously as well. Crap, what's his name?
Mike.
Mike. That's it. Mike's an amazing
Mike.
character. Saul, even all of them are just that
Michael
well
Saul
written.
for me. Michael
You
Saul. I
just
always look
can't
forward to them scenes.
I just really can't pick one. Like they're all that well written. It'd probably be Gus, I guess. Jesse or Gus.
Gus was badass, man. Gus should have
was
won an Emmy for that.
The chicken man.
The chicken man. He should have won an Emmy for that, for sure. He was so good.
100%. He's such a good villain.
Like I can't remember a better villain in a show that was such a like sadistic guy, but also like seems normal, but actually sadistic guy. Like when he slices the throat of his assistant in front of Jesse and Walt, that was like. So I think that guy's in Better Call Saul as well. Actually, the guy he kills. Apparently, everyone talks about how he's in it.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
I've seen a comment. I haven't watched it yet. Better Call Saul. I'm 6 episodes in. I've seen a comment saying, "This is even more surprising after seeing him in Better Call Saul and how long they've worked together." It was pretty crazy, man.
I remember that.
But
yeah, Saul is good, especially where you get to see Nacho, like how he like, because obviously he's such a huge show in Breaking Bad, and you get to see how that development worked out with Gus and what happened between him and Nacho. Like it is good. It takes a while. I know you're 6. It took me a while to get into it, but I'd recommend it. But go on, try. I was talking about Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Saul Goodman and Mike more. I love them characters. I thought they were so good. Like they're so well written, especially Mike. Mike Image. He's one of the characters I thought could have lived. He probably could have lived.
Yeah, he could have, but then Walt was probably never going to let him live at all because obviously he was never going to snitch her out. But Walt, I think he obviously wanted to kill all of Gus's allies, which he did, didn't he? Like we can't forget the infamous what Godfather scene with Walt watching his watch with all the Nazis killing people in prison.
Yeah.
That's a Godfather scene. That
is it.
Yeah.
Looking hell. That's another thing as well. Like during FMP, I was watching that. I started watching that just towards like the latter end of FMP, and I got hooked on it after episode 7. I was like, "Fuck me, I'm not stopping now. I can't stop. Like, screw it, I'm gonna keep watching." And that's what happened when I kept watching them. And I was like, forgetting. I have work to do here. Like you can't really get into a TV show, mate. And since then, like I say, it has ruined TV for me, so I don't know what to watch now. Like sitcoms, okay, I can watch them, but it's like normal TV. I don't know what to watch. I'm looking at my Netflix last night. I'm thinking, what the hell do I watch? Like, I'm watching Just How I Met Your Mother again and Modern Family again. It's just like, what the hell do I watch?
Well, it was lucky for me because I watched Game of Thrones that started 2019, and then obviously Breaking Bad in the middle of 2019, and then finished it.
Oh, did you? I thought you watched it back in the day.
Yeah. Nah. So I only watched 2019. Yeah, we finished it about. I think it was about October, November. I finished Breaking Bad, and I watched Game of Thrones because there were loads of hype around it, and I was like, yeah, let me get this hype and see what's happening. So I caught with Game of Thrones before the last ever episode, and then obviously I watched that. So I watched 2 of the greatest shows ever in the same year. So like, I've got nothing really like what's like standing out. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna watch that.
There's only one thing, and it's Sons of Anarchy. A lot of people have been saying, and everyone's been saying how good it is, apart from the last season. So it's just, I don't want to know any of the spoilers, so don't want to comment any shit. I don't want to know. But
I know it. I already know.
I know Joe knows. But I have a good idea what it is, just by seeing people's posts and stuff. Not actually saying what it is. I have a good idea what it is. But I'm sort of thinking about watching that, but then I don't want it to disappoint towards the end because I don't really like it when they end shit. So I might just say I send that disappointment and just kept watching another sitcom.
A show what I watched recently with that Invincible, where it's like animated. It's dark though, you know, like Rick and Morty, gory, swearing and that. Like, so obviously I watched that recently, and it's like, what if Superman was bad and that he literally calls his wife a pet and everything. Like he's got a massive ego, you know what I mean? Like she wasn't really a wife; she was more of a pet to me. And then he's like,
this James Patrick talking God vibe over here.
Yeah, obviously he's like talking about Earth is his to conquer and everything. So that's a rake show. I've got it. That was like one of the best ones I've watched. And Rick and Morty's out in like 3 weeks. I can't complain about that at all.
Mate, Rick and Morty to watch as well at some point. There's a few things I want to watch, like
Holy
Superstore. I know you're not a fan of that, but Superstore, I want to watch that. I think
Shit.
I think it'd be my sort of thing actually. What else is there? Because I like the Green Lantern, so I can't say anything out of good TV. Because like Joe shits on me for liking that shit.
No.
But yeah, if you are looking for a TV show to watch, sitcom or the normal TV, I would recommend The Office, Breaking Bad, 2 shows I watched during
Community.
lockdown. Community, yeah. How Many Mother, but
so
just
good.
don't watch the last episode. Modern Family's good.
Game of Thrones, if you just down to watch. Charlie's never watched it, but it is an elite show. Battle of the Bastards. Chills.
I just find it very weird watching that show.
There's like dark parts and it is weird, but like they changed TV in history. You know how gruesome and how weird it was. Like there's like.
Is it like inbreds? Aren't they all like inbreds or something?
Nah, people take it out of proportion. Like, yeah, there's a brother and sister, and that's it. Like, but like,
mate, how can you watch that?
It's like there's like 3 scenes of that, and it's like that's it. There's nothing like else of it. Like that's literally it. Like it is so good. When you watch the cinematography of like Battle of the Bastard, Jon Snow stands in front of an army with his sword, and they all come running at him. Holy shit!
But that is grim.
So badass.
That is grim.
It's grim. That show is very grim. I'll tell you that.
That's why I don't think it'd be my sort of thing. Like, well, yeah, anyone wants to watch that, you're into that sort of weird shit. Go for it. Go for it.
Elite.
Just moving on from TV. We had a little. We definitely need to do a TV show one again because we always have so much to do about talk about TV. In that part, PS4 party, we just ramble so much about TV. But just moving on from that, we'll move on to the last day of college then. To when we finish on that Friday, we all go out. Like, what a turn of events that was. I mean,
that was so fun. Yeah, I very enjoyed it.
What a night! Like, what was it? Me, you, Harry, James, Kian, and yourself, mate. Yeah. What a night! Like, you can't get any better. Like, reminiscing.
That was a class night, innit? It was
like one of my first like proper nights out as well, being 18. That is shit.
Yeah.
Like, drinking all day. Like, I surprised me son as well, man. I was probably surprised me because I had loads of drinking. Like I kept mixing a bit. I did well.
You was going in Wetherspoons. I could tell by your eyes, like you were zoning out a bit there. Like you could tell that the infamous me spilling the drink down your shoe where you got fucking
this motherfucker right here. Because I says I was drunk, right? But he gets his double rum and coke from Spoons, and he just had something to drink before. I think it was a shot or something before that. And he just gets
it was
from Spoons. And I said, I'll have a bit. Or do you offer him some? I can't remember.
I said, does he want some? Because he didn't wear it.
So I put his fucking glass in front of me. Like, his glass is here and I'm here, okay? So when my lads are here, he's there. So I'll put the glass here as an example. His glass is there and I'm here, okay? So Joe starts pouring. I think he sees a fucking hole in the glass. And it starts going down my leg. I was like, what, Joe, what are you doing? And he just keeps pouring it. I'm like, Joe, what are you doing? And he goes in my fucking foot like, Joe, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, oh shit, sorry, I didn't see. Oh, no worries, mate. Like, what the fuck are you doing, shit. Man? My shoe. My shoe was like a fucking puddle. I had to empty it, bro. I had to do that with like a fucking puddle, bro.
I was dying.
I can see. I was a bit fucking tipsy in there, mate.
Wetherspoon, but as soon as we got out of Wetherspoons, like everyone sobered up a bit, like you could tell the vibe like dying down a bit. You know, when we went to watch football, like everyone calmed down a bit then.
But we should have stayed there because we all said, I said to everyone, listen, there's no one's going to be in that graduate. Because we went to the graduate to start, didn't we? Then we moved up and went somewhere, we went to Spoons.
So Benjamin and Huntsman. Yeah, Benjamin Huntsman.
Franker's Draft on it.
No, Benjamin Huntsman. Banker's Draft, like, yeah. Yeah, Benjamin Huntsman.
So we went there for like a couple hours. I think it was like a couple hours, and then
it was like, long.
Should we go down to graduate then? At like 5 to. I was like, oh, we got to go early because it'll be packed. Got there, like fucking 4 tables, 5 tables free, and we got there, and you could tell then everyone was dying down because
calm down. Yeah,
and you was like, we'll have a couple more.
I want more. Yeah.
But she was like, oh yeah, I'll get something to eat. So, bro, I was going. Keane was going. So that was like, how the hell did we save this night right now? And obviously, we knew that a bubble was out, bubble 2. Yeah. So here's the people don't know. There's two in our college course. There's like bubble 1, bubble 2 now because of the COVID thing. So bubble 1 would go in 1 week. Obviously, we didn't go in towards the end for some reason. Bubble 1 was 1 week, Bubble 2 was every week. And we never got on with Bubble 2, did we really, toward second year?
No, we didn't. It's not that we didn't get on with him. It's just that we didn't talk. Right? There were no like real need for us to talk, was there? Really, like
there's a bit of hostility there. There wasn't there? A bit of hostility.
Oh yeah, there was. Yeah,
camps,
but like
a bit of hostility there.
But like apart from that, we were not like to talk about. Was it like not? Everyone just cracked on with the words. Like that's it, really.
So we had to sort of be civil in college, and we didn't really get on a lot. But there was a few of them, wasn't there? Was that the night was dying down. So we all get this idea. You know what? That's a meal with him. Let's see how it goes. Easy blast, it turns up, business over. But then you have Erin as well. She was, I think she won at Sobers. She was probably Sobers one there. Then you had Trudy. It was like sort of
pretty sober
as well. So they get these chicken nuggets and stuff passing them out to us. All right, we'll have one then.
Free chicken nuggets. I ain't complaining.
Me and you would have 2 fat burgers and a bloody fries before that. So I was like, I couldn't. When I had one, I was like, that's enough for me. I could feel my chest telling me stop eating. My chest was like heart disease, like stop eating. So yes, we had the chicken nuggets, like. Then we went. Where did we go? I think we went to the graduate again, didn't we? We sat down and just chatted.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
I remember saying to you,
we were in there for like an hour and a half.
This vibe's pretty good, isn't it? It was like, this vibe's pretty good. So it was like, let's go down to graduate. So we went down to the graduate in Sheffield, mate, and just started it off. So these stories going back and forth. I remember speaking to him saying, is this actually happening? I think I said to you, Joe, at one point, is this actually happening?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you turned around and said, I can't believe this is actually happening.
It was a really good vibe. I think we're planning to do it again, aren't we, in like a month's time?
I hope everyone does agree to go out, because like I say, even if it was just us again, it was fun. But I do hope like the other bubble, if not all, if all of them don't, some of them come out again, because I had fun. It was fun.
Like the only part with me was scared was getting back. It's like my train cancelled at 11 o'clock.
No, did it?
So, yeah, and it was like
that's why you got the lift.
Yeah, that's like a rail replacement bus at like 12:30. And I wasn't waiting in town until 12:30 when no one was in. Like, so I got a lift back, but like on the way back, there was like homeless dude walking up to me. I thought he was like gonna come and touch me or something. So I was like, pouncing one day. I was like, get out of my face. But luckily, he turned away at last minute. So I was like, fucking scared me. I was like, no one better touch me. So I felt very nervous in Sheffield. There's always stabbings and stuff, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. 9 o'clock stabbings, especially.
Can you remember that? I was pretty edgy with it, so I was like,
yeah, you were, yeah.
I was like
just saying, calm down a bit, Charlie. Calm down, dudes. Don't stand out too much there. Just vibe out. Just walk. That's what I was saying. Just walk.
Everyone touches me here because I'm like, I'm ready to pounce on the first person that comes near me close, because I'm not getting touched or getting
he was
mugged.
scrapping. I was off. I was running off away.
Well, that's fair. I wasn't gonna start a fight, everyone. I'm just gonna like throw a punch and literally just get out of there. Like,
dodgy people, obviously. We walked past the minute, chavvy people, obviously we walked past them.
Yeah, like it was nerve-wracking, mate. I can't lie. First experience, it was like 11:30, wasn't it?
Yeah, same, yeah. Same, yeah. I was like, I've never been out like this late, like with mates. So I was like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
It was nerve-wracking, mate. But hopefully we'll get it done again, and we'll get out again, mate.
Yeah, definitely.
But what's the plan for you now? What are you going to do now after Pete's over?
All I've done for the past week is go to Norfolk Park. Been going to the gym, but I've been playing basketball for 3 hours in this heat. I've actually lost a couple of pounds from playing basketball. That game is relentless, you know what I mean? Because you've always got the ball in your hands. You're always running, jumping. So like I've been getting pain in my shins though. So obviously I've had to calm down a bit. Constant pain everywhere. But yeah, I say literally basketball. I even been able to stay awake to watch any anime now. It's literally been basketball, TV at home, then PS4 we all in bed.
What do you reckon to the Euros then? So, what do you think to the Euros? What do you think's gonna
happen? France. There's not even a debate. If France don't win it, there's something on that. Yeah. There's no way they don't win. What
about England?
Did you see them last night? I think England are good, but the media always overhypes them so much. Like they're a good team, don't get me wrong, but I don't get our Grealish isn't starting. Sancho isn't starting. Don't get me wrong, Foden's good and he should start some games. But in the bigger games, I'd be playing Sancho, even though Foden's good. I think Sancho should start for at least a couple of games.
Yeah,
Sterling can't get took off.
I'd like to see Grealish in there.
I would, yeah. Who over
Grealish.
Mount? Would you like to see him on that left or in that?
Yeah, I
centre
didn't
attacking
think
mid?
Mount did too well against them. I
Yeah,
thought that was
you were
pretty
alright.
non-existent in the game. I think Grealish would have made more of an impact. I like to see Foden, Grealish, and I like that Calvin Phillips. He was a really good player.
He were
Very
unreal.
good.
Yeah, he were
I've not seen too
unreal.
much of him, but he was very good, and he was very all in the game all the time. He reminded me of Kante a little bit in that sense. Always in the game.
Yeah. You see
Not as good,
Kante last
but
night
always in
though,
the
like
game.
the guy's just unreal. I feel like people are hyping him up more than ever. But he's been good every season he's played in football. I remember in 2016, remember in Leicester when they won, he was good then. I think he had one bad season, and that were under Frank Lampard. And that's because we were playing him in centre mid. And everyone who ever watched football knows Kante is a CDM. There's no other position to play him.
Mate,
he's literally that
so good. Like he's like a modern day Vieira. Literally, he's a smaller modern day Vieira.
For me, he's the best CDM I've ever seen in my life. For me personally, there's been obviously some unreal ones, but no player has the technical ability and reads the game. He's unreal. That's all I can say. He's so good. If he don't win the Ballon d'Or this year, it's definitely great. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, he should have won it a few years ago.
He's got it. Yeah, he's got it. Well, Lewandowski last season. It should be Kante this season.
No, 100%, mate. Like everyone says, "Oh, you said it earlier. Why is Pogba not performing for Man United?" Well, look, he hasn't got fucking Kante behind him.
He's got Fred and McTominay next to him. He ain't got bloody Kante, the best CDM in the world at this moment.
In the world, easily, mate. In the world.
In the world.
Remember they tried to replace him with Jorginho?
Yeah. Even remember Billy Gilmore when they started playing him? Like, what are you doing, Frank Lampard? Kante's a CDM. I don't play him in centre mid. That's like disrespectful to him.
I didn't get that. Frankie Lampard, I wanted him to do well, but he were just.
I didn't get Kante. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, he brought Mount through. He's brought Tammy through. He brought Reece James through. So he's helped Chelsea's development through the years for a couple of years. But playing Kante in centre mid, I never got that at all. Because look under Conte. You know when he won the Prem season after, he was unreal. He was playing like he was Nam, just unreal.
Yeah, I like what's his name? His face, Mason Mount, but I don't think he fitted well in that England squad the other day.
He didn't do well.
He didn't fit in well at all. I didn't think I didn't see anything from him at all. But I thought, he should.
Him and Harry Kane, they didn't really have like a link up. You want from a cam and
he'll definitely come out the squad. He'll definitely come out the squad.
I see that.
I think he has to. I think he didn't play well enough. I think Grealish has to come in, give him a go.
I agree.
If he's fit.
Yeah, I agree, but he is. I think there's
a big squad's injured, I swear, like Henderson, Maguire, fucking Sancho. Who else is there? I think Shaw's got a niggle and all. I think Shaw's unfit. And Dean Henderson's been Ramsdale's been called up.
Gone.
I interviewed him.
He has. Oh.
I got his gloves as well, bro. Got his gloves and all.
I remember you saying, in fact, I do remember you telling me that.
Great nice guy.
But I do think there is a big topic we need to talk about, and that's what do you think about the Ronaldo moving the Coca-Cola bottles and saying drink water instead of it?
You know what? I don't agree with it. I also thought it's a really cool move. I don't agree with it. I think it's wrong because they're paying a lot of money to get their brand in front of the public eye on them tables. They pay a lot of money to be sponsors, and be on these billboards. I think it's wrong. It's not like they're being given freebies and just put there. They're paying a lot of money, and I would be pissed off as a company if I paid a lot of money to put my thing there, and then the footballer moves it off the table and goes, drink water, and loses 4 billion in value of your company.
That's 2 million. He's lost the company 2 million.
It's not funny, like money. I know it's like, oh yeah, real respect moment. Okay, you tell people to drink water, do it on your own platforms. Okay, don't take it off the Champions League board. Where they've not Champions League, Euro 2021 board, where they've paid to have it put. Like, you want to say don't drink Coke, do it in your own time, okay? But don't do it
does, though.
Do it in your own time, but don't be like, take them off the table. Like, they've paid money to keep them there, okay? Like it's not up to him. He's not the Euro 2020 fucking ambassador, and he's not the FIFA ambassador, is he? If he's FIFA ambassador, okay, fair enough. But he's a football player, okay? He's not allowed. He shouldn't be allowed to do that, and he should be fine for it. I don't care. He should be fine for it. You played it, it's better answer, but I think he should be fine for it.
I agree somewhat, but obviously Ronaldo's got that elite mentality where that guy's body is a literal temple. Like, if you want to speak about a temple, that's him. Like, I remember once a story what I read. he walked into Manu's cafeteria with a can of Coke, and Ryan Giggs has got up and knocked it out of his hands and pinned him up to the wall and said, "We don't drink that here." Yeah, so like that shows you like that probably got passed on from Manu, and that just shows you the influence not is in football in the world. He's lost one of the biggest brands in the world, 2 million, because this is drink water instead. That's mental. Like, and obviously a lot of kids do drink Coke, and it is an unhealthy drink, but like the influence that man. The influence that man has over anyone is unreal. So telling someone to drink water instead, like I say, they have paid for that, so I do agree with that it should be publicized. But it just shows you like how he thinks people should be. Like, if you want to become the best, you can't be drinking Coke. You've got to be drinking water.
It's like Pogba today moved the Heineken. Have seen that?
Drink.
The Muslim, okay, fair enough. He's a Muslim,
he's Muslim,
yeah. But
so yeah.
Still, they've paid to have it there. Okay, it's not Pogba's event. It's not Pogba's event. Remember, it's not Pogba's event. It ain't Pogba's studio. It's not Pogba's setup. It's not him. He's a player. He's in a press conference. Okay, he is not. Should not be allowed to do that. Okay, don't touch it. No one's asking you to touch it. No one's asking you to drink it. No one's asking you to endorse it or talk about it. Just leave it alone. They've paid to have it there. You've got to make a habit of stop moving these sponsorships stuff off the tables and saying, no, don't do this, don't do that. Like, okay, he's a Muslim, okay, doesn't drink. That's fair enough, respectful. This is religion. Don't talk about drinking to him, okay? But don't move it off the table and be like, and because they've paid to have it there, it's not right. They pay a lot of money to have that shit there. Not right.
I think why he moved it is because obviously if a young Muslim person saw that, it might symbolise Pogba, Pogba's all right to drink, so I might be able to drink, you know what I mean? So I think Pogba's thinking like maybe that symbolises something that I'm not doing, which I shouldn't do. And maybe what they could have done instead, because they know Pogba's a Muslim, is put the Coke instead of the beer. Maybe that'd have been better and saved the Heineken for another, because there wasn't Coke there, and saved the Heineken for another one. The beer was non-alcoholic, but again, it's just that alcoholic in it, but is what he's just moved.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, I do get it, but you can't be doing that when people are paying to have the shit there. I'd be pissed off as a company when they've paid money to have shit there. Not right. Finally, where do you see England doing in the Euros? Do you think they'll win? Not win, but get out. Where do you think they'll go? How do you think they'll get to? Where do you think they'll get to?
I think if they get France, it's the flags. What around my area is a lot that will be coming down in like 2 weeks. If we're up against, I'm just saying, we come up against Portugal, we win that team. I don't think Portugal, they're a good team. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think they're better than us. France, if they don't win it, they've got to win it. That's all I can say. So if we get France, I think it's over. I don't think we'll win France at all. But Portugal, I think we could beat.
If we win our group, we play second in that group, so we'll either play Germany, France, or Portugal. And I see us battering any of them except from France. Not battering, but beating any of them except from France. But I don't think France will lose the group. I think France will win the group.
No way.
So I think we don't have to worry about playing them early on. But I said it yesterday, while this France team's about, we ain't winning shit.
Yeah. Because we'd have to verse them after anyway, wouldn't we? We'd have to verse them after.
I'd rather get the harder teams in early anyway. I'd rather face the Germanys and the Portugals early. I'd get these cans teams, and they're not expect the level of opposition to go up.
That's exactly like, obviously we did unreal in the World Cup, but the teams we versed was
I think that's unfair.
Tunisia
in the group stage, in the group stage, okay, but I think in
then Colombia,
good side. Sweden, good side. Croatia, we was winning until we gassed out.
Side.
Okay, and we look at Belgium, we lost there, obviously, but I do think
the only elite team we versed.
I think Croatia was elite. They got to the final.
Oh yeah, Croatia. Yeah, everyone in the UK though going, oh, Croatia aren't even a good team. I remember on that day coming back on the bus, everyone on the bus was saying we're going to win about 4-0 because who have Croatia got? They've got Modric. I think someone said Perisic, and that's it. I was like,
Mandanovic as well. I think.
Yeah, Rakitic, Mandzukic, Kramaric.
Mandzukic, that's it. Mandanovic.
Rebic had a great World Cup. I was like, I didn't watch any other game.
A lot of their players were in their prime that year, so there was a really good side.
Yeah, there was.
A lot of them are out of the prime now, so when playing them the other day.
Yeah.
But then a lot to try and take credit away either. We was playing well, and we did outplay them. But I do think they was at their prime. They're not the side they was 3 years ago.
There was Modric. That World Cup was spectacular. to take that country to the not even Rakitic is so underrated. He's such a good midfielder.
Even Perisic, mate. Perisic is unreal.
Yeah, Perisic is unreal. Yeah, Perisic is a good player. But I think in the next World Cup we'll do much better, and I think we'll have more of an elite team to go up against the Brazils and the Argentinas and all them. I hope we do versus these tougher teams because I want to see how this team. Obviously, we've seen it against Belgium. We got absolutely rinsed against Belgium. That were the. Croatia were the best teams.
I think that game with Belgium, I think we just played to play out the players that hadn't had a game.
Yeah,
I think they played a lot of players that hadn't had a game. I would like to see. This is what I think will happen. Okay, I think we'll smash the group stage. I think we'll beat everyone in the group stage. With this team we're playing now. I like this team playing. But I think as soon as the likes of Henderson and Maguire and Sancho start getting fit, and the knockout stages will start putting them players in, and it won't work. I know that.
You're probably right there. Yeah,
they'll underperform. They'll get knocked out of the group in the knockout stages, and everyone will be saying why we play that team we played in the group stage that was battering everyone and playing great football. Because I think if his players are fit like Henderson is, and he gets a little bit of fitness, I think they'll put him in, and he'll take out Callum Phillips.
I agree.
And I think he does.
Even Maguire. I don't think England's backline right now. Like Mings, I
like Mings there. I like Mings there. I do. I like him. I think he fits in well with Stones.
He did. I just think he did an all right. I think he had an all right game.
Listen, the thing is, did you see them have to make any last-ditch challenges, any last-ditch attempts? No, because they played superbly. A good defense, you won't see having to make these last-ditch things like these last-ditch tackles because they've done the little things right, so they won't have to make them silly mistakes. And that's what I've seen. They were doing everything right. They was in line constantly, positioning. The man Markham was on point. I liked Mings with Stones. I really did.
But Croatia had loads of chances. They could have scored about 3.
But no pinpoint chances like us, though.
They could have scored easy. Perry, that defending from Walker were unreal.
Walker was awful. Walker needs to get dropped this game.
I was about to say he had a shocking game. I didn't see what he did. He had one good thing and that would have defended because Perisic ran his back, weren't he? And obviously defended it well. That was it.
I wasn't a fan of the 2 right backs playing anyway. As one in left back, one in right back. I think Trippier should be in right back and Walker should be out. And I think we should have Chilwell or whoever's available in left back.
Yeah, sure.
I think Shaw's unfit.
I agree with that.
But Chilwell and left back for sure.
I don't get why he's playing that at all.
Trippier should definitely be the team. Trippier had a way better season than Walker, I think. Which performance-wise, Trippier's played way better this season than Walker has. Walker's not been great this season, I don't think.
Yeah, he's barely played. Cancelo were that good, he couldn't even take him out. I ain't seen that much of Trippier. Because obviously
I sick for Atletico, mate. It's sick.
I ain't seen much football because I find I'm kind of losing a bit of interest in it now because I think it's just a bit boring now, I won't lie. Especially La Liga. I'm not too fond of it anymore. So I haven't watched Atletico, so I couldn't tell you how he's played at all. I have no opinions on Trippier.
Yeah, I mean, I like him. I think he's a good player in there. I just don't like that right back being left back because it means every time we go down the left, we have to cut in.
He can't. Yeah, there were a few crosses he could have. If it were a left back, they'd have gone in straight away. Yeah, I like to see left foot there.
But I think quarterfinals. I think we'll get knocked out in the quarterfinals. I think we'll scrape past the round of 16 gap team.
Yeah, I
think bringing in the names will cost us.
Yeah, you probably spot on there, Charlie. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
quarterfinals.
France. It's France.
France will win it.
If France will win it, there's no denying that. If they don't, they demolished Germany, didn't they?
I'm trying to think who else could win it, but I just can't think of another team. Italy looking good, but I don't think they'll have enough.
Yeah, they are. They lost in 28 games.
I like Italy. I do. I said that earlier. I said I like it. It's a young, energetic squad that's got an out to prove.
Spain has got no chance. Spain's team is awful. I'm sorry. I used to watch every Spain game.
Let's not judge after one game. Let's not judge after one game, though, yeah? Because they could draw, they could have looked bad, but they could be back next game and smash the next team, okay? That's what I'm saying. France could lose again. You never know, mate. It could be. It's an interesting competition,
I don't think France are losing. They should have... I think they scored, 3 goals and obviously 2 were offside.
And I do think we have the best chance of beating France out of all the teams.
Yeah, that or Portugal. I think Belgium in Portugal. They're on the other side, yeah. I think they're on Spain's and Italy's side.
Well, Belgium in the Euros. I haven't seen them play.
They won. Yeah, they won. They won 3-0. I think Lukaku got Tim.
Well, they're in there then. They could see them
They
actually putting a thing up.
they wasted their golden age at the 2018 World Cup. That was Belgium's like golden era, and they lost. Like that was
Yeah, it
poor from
was
Belgium.
actually. It's not spoken about a lot actually, but it was.
No, that's right. This is their golden age. Like you can't tell me like big Belgian players were coming through like Hazard and obviously De Bruyne. Like that team was unreal, and they didn't get to finals.
So who's winning? Who's finishing second? Do you think France will win? Who's finishing second?
That's now you mentioned Italy. I forgot, but when I saw they lost in 28 games, that's a mental start. So Italy, I'll go Italy. France and Italy. I think it'll be a good final. That
who'll be top scorer?
My uncle's put a bet on for Lukaku, and that in a bad shout since he were one and top in World Cup. But it's obviously Ronaldo's obviously going to be up there. Lukaku, Kane after that performance, I don't think we'll have to see.
Here's one I've Sterling. I think Sterling.
Yeah.
I like Sterling. I thought he was getting himself some good positions, and I thought, you know what, I can see him making a few goals against some teams.
The play that gets
it'll be someone you won't expect. I
no
think.
Reason.
Someone you won't expect this year.
I think it'll be Lukaku. Lukaku or Immobile. Immobile is underrated.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Immobile.
He's an underrated player.
What team do you think will shock people the most? Italy, probably.
Yeah. I didn't think people were talking about it. Austria as well. Austria's got not a bad team.
Yeah, Austria.
Like David Alaba, Arnautovic, Sabitzer. So it's not a bad team.
Yeah, Austria.
But he's been banned. Arnautovic. I seen he got banned for because they were doing that, talking some shit about a player to who I don't know who they versed, but he were talking shit, and David Alaba like shutting his mouth up like that, and everyone thought he was being racist. So he's being banned for a game.
Bloody hell, that's not good. That ain't good.
So I think Austria's underdogs. I think they're going to be the dark horse.
It's going to be an interesting one. And this is the final thing. Do you think you'll keep in contact with a lot of the college people?
I obviously hope to keep in contact with you, Kian, obviously James. Harry's like a ghost. You don't get much out of it would be, but yeah, like you're a lot. Yeah, I would say so.
I mean, I do think from school experience, a lot of us will drift. I can see me and you staying because we have the podcast, we have other things we're working on, but I think a lot of people, some people will drift and come in and out. I think I won't be as close as we was this year. That's naturally going to happen when you meet new people.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
But it's been a good 2 years, mate. I'm glad to be back to the podcast now. People let us know.
Good to get back.
Who you want to get on? Actors, definitely some more actors because we love them doing them podcasts. Actors, footballers. There might be a good footballer in the works. I'll talk to you about after Joe. And NBA reporters. Anything you can think of, let us know, people. This has been Back with a Bang. We're happy to be back. Regular podcast now. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening as well on Apple, iTunes, Spotify, whatever buddy listening platform you're on. Catch you later.